Hi, welcome to Tai Chi Qigong, and we're going to go ahead and begin by bringing your hand onto the Tantian area, which is 3 inches, 2 inches below the navel center, and then come into a comfortable stance. Walk your legs out a little bit wide, let your knees be soft, and make sure that your nose is over your heart and the crown of the head is up towards the sky so you get a nice long spine. Go ahead and close your eyes, or you can begin at a low gaze like you're looking through your eyelashes or down at the floor. And feel all 4 corners of your feet connecting to the ground. Feel soft in the shoulders, the spine, soft knees. And begin to tune into your breath. Take a long, deep breath into the hands. And then exhale. Feel the hands sinking in. Connecting to the breath. Your movements today should follow your breath, your inhale and exhale. And if you forget something or you feel like you don't have it quite right, that's okay. Just keep breathing and continue to move. Eventually, you'll get the movements and it'll become more seamless like a dance. And we always begin this class by taking a moment to greet your spirit, to greet yourself. Tuning in, saying hello to you. Good. Go ahead and open your eyes, and we'll begin by 1 minute of shake it. This is an opportunity to get rid of all of the stuff that you've been kind of hanging on to. So just let your knees get soft, bring your arms and let them get floppy, and breathe in and out. In and out. Just shake, shake, shake. Any stress or tension that you have, just shake it out. Let your arms be loose. Let your knees bounce. Let your hips bounce. Build up that energy in your body by releasing anything that's stressful right now. Shake, shake, shake as much as you can. Keep going, and if you've got it in you, do a little bit faster now. Shake, shake everything out. In Tai Chi, this is a very healthful exercise to get your day started, to get your energy moving. Good, and just go ahead and relax and close your eyes, or get a low gaze, or have a low gaze. And just feel the energy swirling around. Feel your pulse rising a little bit. And we'll go ahead and step it a little bit wider apart. And we're going to go ahead and do our slap twists. As we begin to reach around to the back, you're going to tap your kidney area and also tap your shoulder. And around to the other side, tap the opposite shoulder. Tap the kidney area. I like to inhale to the right and exhale to the left. You can exhale out of your mouth. Good. Tapping on the kidneys. The kidneys is the doorway of your life force, the Jing energy. So give a nice tap. And see how my hips are just swaying with everything. And don't be stiff. Just keep nice and loose. Nice and loose through the body. You're always in a comfortable position in your stance. Good. Now accent the tap right on that heart center. So bring the hand a little bit in towards the center of your chest. Give a nice little tap. Tap. Great for the thyroid, the thymus, activating that heart energy. This is a classic Tai Chi and Qigong move. Now tap yourself up on top of the shoulder while you're still tapping the kidneys. And when you tap the kidneys, you're using the back of the hand. Good. A little bit more. Tap that shoulder. And just unwind. Don't come to a dead halt. Just go ahead and swing it to a standstill. Breathe, connecting into your whole being. And now we'll get ready to warm up the spine, stepping a little bit closer together. Go ahead and reach your hands into a nice chi stance with your hands like you're holding a ball. You have a curved hand like you're holding a ball or a big cup. And inhale, bring those arms up, and exhale, push the ceiling off. Feel the spine stretch, and exhale it back down. Soften the knees. Inhale on the way up, and exhale, push. Stretch the spine out. Good. Inhale up, and exhale, push. That's it. 2 more. Inhale, lift, and exhale, reach, and bring it down. And 1 more. Inhale all the way up, and exhale, push the ceiling off. Flex those hands. Good. Now we're going to go diagonal. So bring it in, and we're going to stretch. Watch my hands. Flex the hands out, and bring it in, and stretch. You're stretching in a nice diagonal something. You're stretching in a nice diagonal something. You're stretching diagonally across the body, and bring it down. Good. And reach all the way across, stretching the chest, stretching the shoulders, and reach. 1 more time on each side. Inhale and stretch. Get nice and long, and bring it down. And reach. Good. And bring it on in. Let's go ahead and do our neck rolls. We're going to bring our fingers into sword finger position. Keep your fingers together and try to keep your hands at shoulder distance width apart so that they're not down too low or up too high. If you have trouble raising your arms up that high, you can go ahead and do what you're able to do. Keep those fingers together. They're like the battery chargers. So push those fingers to the sky, bring your chin down, and roll your head from right to left. Inhale and exhale down and across. All of the other fingers are touching the thumb. Squeeze everything together. Fingers up. Keep them together. 2 more. Feel how nice it is to stretch. And 1 more. Good. We're going to go ahead and go into our yin fingers. So bringing your hands so the knuckles are facing forward and the thumbs are touching the fingers, and bring your arms out. Slightly bend those elbows, and we'll go ahead and go do our neck rolls again. So make sure you really stretch that wrist out and roll from right to left, taking breath. Every time you lift your head, take a breath in. If you feel you need to take a break and sit down, you can also do this seated. You can also do this seated. And release. Good. And bring your hands onto your hips, step it apart, and we're going to go ahead and circle around to the right and to the left. So circle all the way around. You really want to feel those hips moving as though you're in a barrel and you're wiping the inside of that barrel out. Good. Let's reverse. Go ahead and switch sides. Loosen everything on up. 2 and 1. Good. Step it a little bit closer together. Bring your hands down onto your knees or onto the mid-thigh if you can't reach the kneecaps. Go ahead and curl into a standing cat pose. Really round the back, tuck your tailbone under, stretch that back out, and go ahead and lift up halfway. And we're going to circle the knees. Circling through the knees, bend and straighten. Warming up those knees is important. And reverse, circling around. Good. Do what you can. And go ahead and roll it back up nice and easy. And we're going to go ahead and do flex and point. Go ahead and balance on one leg and point your toe and flex. Point and flex. Point and flex. Point and flex. Really stretch those toes up to the shin bone. And go ahead and tap your toe down. Bring the leg in a little bit and circle around through the ankles. You want to get a full rotation through the ankle as you circle around. Watch as you go all the way around. So you're really getting good ankle rotation. Now reverse, opposite direction. 2 and 1. Eversion, inversion. No body weights on this leg at all. Just flip your foot inward and then outward so you have nice warmed up ankles. And we'll go ahead and do the other leg. Go ahead and point and flex. Point and flex. Really curl those toes and really flex so you're stretching out those calf muscles. 2 and 1. Good. Tap the toe down. Bring it on in and let's circle the ankles all the way around. Really important to warm up those ankles. And reverse. Feel like you're massaging that ankle out. 2 and 1. Good. Eversion, inversion. No body weights on that foot. I'll pull up here. You can see right there. And then to the outside. Good. Well, we're going to go ahead and do the waterfall, the shower, I call it. This is a wonderful exercise to clear your energy off and really make you feel great. So what you want to remember is to be able to rock back and forth on the heel to the ball of the foot. Now, what I mean by that is when you're going through the movement, I will cue you to where you rock back onto the heel, and it's very little weight onto the ball of the foot. The reason is there's a special acupressure point there called the bubbling spring, and when you let that go, it's like the drain in your bathtub or your sink letting go. All right? So it's like you're flushing everything out. And then you're going to return back onto the ball of the foot. So this is what I mean by rocking back and forth. So just come into your comfortable stance and we'll practice this for a minute. All right? So knees are bent. You have a nice long spine. And you're going to rock back onto the heels. Not a lot, just a little bit. Enough to slide a credit card underneath there maybe. And then you rock forward onto the balls of the feet. And there's not a lot of weight on the heel. Don't go too far. It's just a very subtle motion. You may or may not see me do this. And if you don't remember to do it, that's okay. You've got a lot to learn with the arm movement. All right, so let's go ahead and take our hands and rub them together now. Rub them together like you're going to create a fire in those hands. Feel the heat. Feel the heat. That's it, building up the chi energy. And when you feel the heat, go ahead and begin to slowly separate the hands. You might feel a little magnetic energy there, transferring from hand to hand. You want to maintain a palm-to-palm connection. And let's move that energy wider and closer together, like you might be stretching out silly putty. Now, if you don't feel it in between your palms right away, that's okay. Just follow along with this. Many people get it after a few tries. And you can begin to expand more if you feel it. So pressing on that chi when you come in, as though you have a balloon and you're pushing on the balloon and it squeezes the balloon together. 2 more. Just get your breath aligned with your motion and bring it in. Good. Now we're going to raise the hands on up. And you're going to imagine these arms like a shower head, and they're facing down upon you. And while you're here, you're balanced onto the balls of the toes. And we're going to sweep the hands down like you're underneath the shower head. And you're wiping down your body. So wiping down, stop when you get to the hips. Right here. Good. Rock back onto the heels. And you're going to follow down your legs with your mind as you wipe away down your legs. See it go down your thighs, your knees, your ankles, and then out through those balls of the feet. And as you raise your arms back on up, you come back onto the balls of the feet. Let's do it again. Try to take a big exhale here while you're doing this and go slow. Come to the hips and then sweep it down, rock onto those heels. Sweep it down, see it going out the drain. All the energy you don't need in your body and your life, bring it on up. Turn those palms to face you like a shower head. And exhale, wiping down your body. Hands at the hips, that's when you rock back onto those heels, down your feet, back onto the balls of the feet, and come back up. Soft hands, don't be stiff. No stiffness anywhere. Good, let's do this one more time. Raise those hands up. And exhale down. Now you can continue to do this as long as you like. Rock onto the heels when the hands are on the hips. And follow down with your mind out your legs. Down out your feet. And rock back on up. Good. And we'll bring it in to our position here. Feels very good. Step a little bit wider apart, not too wide. It's a comfortable stance. Now when we're doing our Tai Chi and Qigong, we're going to make sure that you're positioned as though you're sitting on a little bit of a windowsill. So you're going to bend the knees, and it's just as though your backside is just planting down a little bit. Not much, but you're very soft in the body. This So this gives you the energy of where you are basically immovable, okay? Go ahead and just feel as though you're just sitting a little bit on a little tiny ledge, like a window ledge. So your tailbone is just touching a little bit, so you have a nice solid stance. Good. We're going to go ahead and do our rooster kicks, and we're going to balance. So bring your hands back to your ready position here, and we're going to sweep it out and just bend down as far as you're able to go, and you're going to pick up that rooster, and you're going to balance on one leg. Now if you're balance challenged, right here is where you're going to start with your leg. If you have balance, go ahead and lift your leg up right away and bring it down, and go ahead and balance here or here. I will be showing you this position from now on. You do what you can do. And bring it down and up and down. Nice balance. And up and down and up. And bring it down and up. Last one. Down and up. Good. Bring it down, and we're going to go ahead and kick. So you could start off here with your foot. If you feel that you have balance, you can go into kicking and bring the toe back to the floor. Or the more advanced position, you just leave your leg up the entire time. Okay? So let's begin. Go ahead and kick, 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 kick. 3, 2, 1. Good. And bring it back down. We're going to do the other leg. So transfer your body weight and bring it on up. You can start here and kick. Kick. This is the modified version. And this is the more advanced version. 3, 2, and 1. Good. And bring it back down. So when we're transferring our body weight from side to side, it's called empty force. So let's practice empty force. Go ahead and reach your toe up to the sky and go ahead and step into the heel and down into the toe, bend the knee. Good. Bring it back in and step together. Other side. Heel toe. This is the traditional way of stepping in Tai Chi. And back in. Let's go ahead and do it again. Heel toe. So empty weight is you have no weight on this back leg. Literally, you could lift it up easily. So you want to transfer your body weight all onto that front leg. Bring it back in and step out. Empty weight in the back leg. And back in. Good. Now you should be ready to transfer your weight easily. Go ahead and step in a nice ready position, which is a little bit more like hip distance width apart. And we'll go ahead and begin. So bringing your hands forward, fingers forward, we're going to spiral the energy. So spiraling, your left hand is clockwise, counterclockwise, clockwise. Left hand clockwise. You're calling in the energy and spiraling it in. 2 and 1. Good. And go ahead and palm to palm connection. Open and close. Open and close. Make sure you're up nice and tall, nice and long through the body. Squeezing in on that chi. Go slow. 2 and 1. Good. Now we're going to go ahead and begin to transfer our body weight from one side to the other. So you have a little bit of a sway going here. Good. And we're going to bring our hands down and hands forward and back in like a D shape. Bring it down and up and bring it in. Arms are not too high, they're down by the Tantian area. Everything is soft. Good. And now we're going to bring our arms out. This is called, I call it fluffing the pillow. Your fingers, your palms face you, and you push up, 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 and then in, in. Up, 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 in, in. One more, up, 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 and in. Return your hands back to palm connection and bring your arms up to your heart. And we're going to stretch it long and back in. Bringing your hands up to the center of your chest. As the hands come in, press on that chi. I like to inhale as you open the hands and exhale as you close. And hold it here. Now we're going to drop it down. Fingers forward back into that D shape. And bring it up and in. And down. Don't lower too far. And back in. And down. And hold. Raise your arms up towards the sky and spiral the energy. Left hand clockwise. Good. Palm to palm connection as you open those arms out and back in. And press on that chi. You can modify this if you have trouble raising your arms above your head. And hold it here. Fingers are facing the sky. Palms are soft. And lower your hands on either side of your head like you're placing a crown on your head. Turning the fingers forward. Reach forward. And then return the hands back up to the sky. Again, placing that crown onto your head. And reach forward. 3 more. Exhale down and inhale forward. Nice. Finishing up here and bringing your hands up towards the sky. You're going to turn your palms like they're tracing the outer edge of an A-framed roof as you lower the arms down, tracing the shape of your body. Just lower those elbows into your side and bringing your hands back in to that Tantian area. Good. Let's go ahead and come into ready position. This is like you're holding 2 buckets of water. This is ready stance. So anytime you come in between 2 sessions, this is a great place to go into it. Good. Let's practice stepping out. So we're going to transfer our body weight and we're going to step. Heel toe out. Good. Bring it back in and hold. And other side. Heel toe out. Bend the knee and bring it back in. Now you're going to bring your hands forward like you're placing your hands on a table as we do calming the waters. Go ahead and step out and sweeping your arms around and sweeping like you're brushing your hands across a table, smoothing out a tablecloth. Or imagine you're standing in water and your fingers are just tracing the top of the water. You feel the energy underneath your fingers. Good. Let's bring that leg back in and we'll go to the other side. Heel toe and bending back and forth. If you like, you can make a figure 8 with your hands or just simply go from side to side. Breathing in this moving meditation. And we're going to bring it back in. And now we're going to do push the waters as we step out. Turn your hands. Good. And we're going to turn the hands the opposite direction. Bring that foot back in and step it out. And reach it back in. 2 more. Watch the hands as they shift. The direction that you're going is the top arm. Bring it back in and step. Good. Now we're going to go to the other side and step it out and switching the arms. Bring it back in. Nice soft step. Push. Imagine you're pushing a heavy door open or you're pushing it closed. Feel weight into your push. Leading with the elbow. Bottom hand is pushing as well. Last one. Around and back in. Good. Now we're going to go ahead and go over the drum or over the barrel. Step it out and reach. And pull it back in. And over. Letting the shoulders do the work here. And bring it back in as we go to the other side. Step heel toe out. Don't step too far. You want to make sure that you're not reaching over or too far. You want to keep that nice long position through your body. So check to make sure your nose is over the heart. Soft movements. Good. Let's go ahead and bring it back on in. And we're going to go ahead and go into ball in the mountain. So bringing your palms here and raise the energy up to the heart and exhale out. The elbows do the work here. Inhale up and exhale out. Good. Let your elbows do the circling. You're gathering up your energy and raising it up like a volcano and lava exploding out of your heart center. You inhale up and exhale out. And one more. Inhale up and exhale out. Now we're going to go ahead and go into ball in the valley. And we'll go ahead and move our legs now. So stepping out, and we're going to rock from right to left, ball in the valley. Inhale up and over and down, reversing the position on the elbows. Good. And bring it back on in. And we're going to go ahead and step out, heel toe, reach, and gather that energy back into the receiving hand. And step and reach, and gather the energy in, and reach, and back in, and reach, and in. Now we're going to add the other arm. So reach, reach, like you're holding a big ball, and bring it back in. And reach, reach, and back in. And reach, reach, and back in. And reach, reach, back in. Last one. Reach, reach, and back in. And now we're going to turn the torso forward and go ahead and turn the leg out to the other side. Heel, toe, and reach. And gather the energy into your receiving hand. It's kind of like picking an apple as you bring it back in. And reach. And just always do what you can. No judgment. Don't judge yourself. Enjoy whatever movement you can create for yourself. And let's add the other arm. Reach, reach, and pull it in. And reach, reach, pull it in. And reach, reach, pull it in. And reach, reach, in. Last one. In, and turning the toe as we come back in. Good. We're going to go ahead and go around the world. Taking your arms, you're going to circle the hands. So you're holding like a big ball here. And your arms are about a foot, 6 to 12 inches from your body. It's not very close. You're holding something dense here. Palm to palm connection. And we're going to move palm to palm as you trace the outer edge of that circle of that imaginary ball that you're holding. And we're going to go around to the other side. And we're going to circle around. we're going to stop in the middle after this next transfer, right here. So we're going to pulse the arms diagonally out and back in, squeezing on that chi, out and back in. That's 3 times we do this. Good. Now continue to go the same direction of that upper arm. That's the key in this position. If you get mixed up, whatever arm's on top, that's the direction you're going to move. And we're going to stop in the middle for that diagonal pulse and back in, and pulse and in, and pulse and in, and pulse and in. One more round as we finish up here and circle around the world and back and around and back. Transferring this last time as we come into the center and diagonally pulse, pulse, pulse. Good. And we're going to go ahead and shift our hands back down into ready position as we go ahead and work with closing our session today. And we're going to go ahead and step our feet a little bit more together and bringing the hands on up into the Tantian area. We're going to work with around the moon. As you begin to circle your hands around that disc, it looks very similar to around the moon, except your hands are closer. In this position, you start up with the hand at the chest and the other hand down below the navel center. You have 9 times to get very small with this ball, okay? So follow along. You're still tracing out a nice disc like the moon. Each time you're getting a little bit closer with those hands together. This is sealing up your practice, allowing the energy to get compact and dense so that you can hold it in your body and be stronger. So you want to end up right about here with your hands. And now we're going to go ahead and seal everything up. So ladies, take your left hand onto your Tantian area first. And gentlemen, you'll take your right hand first. And we're going to go ahead and circle all the way up and around the abdominal cavity. Putting the lid on everything. And feel your warmth of your hands. One more time around. And go ahead and bring your hands back onto the Dantian area just like when you began. And close your eyes or have a low gaze. Take a moment to feel the energy that you created. Feel the peace in your body. Give yourself a moment of gratitude here. And thank you all for joining me for our Tai Chi and Qigong class today.